Having goddamn technical issues. Sorry, folks, having technical issues. Working now, for fuck's sake. We're like, gonna get back. You country, smell a magnolia, baby, to your knees. Let all dogs, Cajun men. My God, that's false. Hey, everything. Always such a pain in the ass. Never works properly, nothing ever works properly. My God. Headphones in there now. My goodness.
It works.
Sorry, I'm coming. I'm having technical problems here tonight. Coming.
Yes. This is Fanny time.
Oh, there you are. Now I can see you.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you
Whoops,
hear me?
wrong button.
I
Hold on.
hear
Sorry,
me.
1 sec. Gotta turn the music down. Holy crap. Hi, Carley.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Not great, but I can hear you, yeah. You're a little quiet, but that might be my headset here. Everything was quite chaotic just now. I don't know what the hell was going on. I've never had that happen to me before. I went in there to start the show like normal, and it wouldn't let me start the show. And it was frozen, and it wouldn't let me do nothing, and it was horrible. And I was like, oh no, Carley's going to think I stood her up like some jerk. And I didn't, and I was trying my hardest.
I believe you. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. Good enough.
I haven't shot anything for so long that I was trying to get everything together. Like, I could get I'm not using a mic. I'm not using anything. I don't even have a way to hold up my phone because the thingy broke to hold up my phone, the tripod.
Your thingy broke?
The phone tripod thingy.
Planet Moose is here. Carl is definitely someone I would... Oh, Carl is... generally. Well, thanks for that, but we're here with Carley from Nerding for Nature. Yeah, your audio is kind of kicking in and out, yeah. But hey, it is what it is. You know, what my show is all about technical difficulties. I don't know if you've watched many of them, but there's been many technical issues on the show. I guess we should officially start the show after the cluster confusion.
Is my sound any better now?
Yeah, it is actually a little bit better for sure.
Okay, then I'll do it that way. I thought I had cut down on the feedback, but it's not.
Okay, here we go. Hey now, Carl the Madman here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. It's the show, Carl's show. I'm Carl. That's Carley. It's kind of like Carl and Carley's show this week. How's it going, Carley? I'm so
Oh,
glad to see you. It's been forever.
yeah, it's been a long time since I've done anything in the YouTuberverse, so it's good to be here.
Yeah, it's been. I was poking around and saw it's been. Yeah, it's been a couple of years. And as soon as I posted my little short thing there, telling people who was coming on the show this week, I started getting a few messages, and people were quite excited to hear from you. So maybe we should just start off with, give everybody an update, Carley. What the heck's been going on in
Well,
Carley's
there's been
world?
kind of a date where my videos petered out to like when I had a kid. So, well, no, they petered out before that. So I had a kid, Mountain Girl. She's appeared briefly before,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess I went back to work full time, which yeah, we bought a place. So I've been kind of trying to revive a yard and make a bit of a food forest,
Oh,
and
nice.
doing teaching grade 6 and 7 at uh, uh, a school, a small school with lots of outdoor space. So I'm getting to do all the stuff that I like doing, like teaching
Mm-hmm.
and educating and playing with plants. I just don't have the time to make videos about them anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. It's funny how things change that way. It sounds like you got potentially a lot of great content though.
Yeah,
With gardening and people love that sort of stuff. My wife, she's watching gardeners and people doing stuff in their backyards all the time on YouTube because
yeah.
that's something she loves to do too. But I hear you, it's hard. We've all gone through I mean, you and I have been friends on YouTube. I don't know what, 8 years, something long time.
And we've met in real life.
And we
I
let
think
yeah,
it's
you're
the
you're
only,
like you're like the only YouTuber
yeah.
from outside of my little village here that I've actually ever met in person. 'Cause
Mm. Hey, are you familiar with Forest?
Foresty Forest?
Yes, he's a YouTuber, bigger than us by a lot, that wanders around like the Rockies and the Kootenays. But we keep seeing his van around,
Oh yeah.
and Clay, my husband's friend, just ran into him in the parking lot. He lives in a van and he goes skiing and hiking, and now they're like friends. So
Oh nice. Foresty
side
Forest.
note, I just didn't know if you know him. It's like almost celebrity, almost adjacent to an almost celebrity.
Oh nice. Well, we got some comments going on here. Who's
Oh
commented?
yes,
Foresty Forest. Oh,
Forest.
Scumdog
Huh?
Fishing's here. Hey, Scumdog. Planet Moose is here. Bo Betty.
Oh yeah,
Bo
go
Betty.
back.
I always watch
You watch
Foresty
him.
Forest. See, Bo Betty knows him.
I almost met him. We tried to roll by the parking lot and he was gone. But
So,
yeah.
do you have any plans of, maybe
I keep
firing up the?
I keep saying I do.
Uh huh.
I actually got through a good part of a transformation of the yard video, and then a certain 4-year-old knocked my computer off off the stool, and it died. It was a very it's my Mac was getting kind of old, so maybe it was getting close. He was already getting close to the end of his natural life, but
Mm,
that did it in.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I do
I
have a new computer,
Nice. That's what I need.
and I don't even know. Like, my phone is probably going to do a better job than my camera is going to do now. I was shooting on a camera before,
Hmm.
and now I'm like, I have to figure this all out again. But I do want to, and I think I finally, uh, my child is turning 5 soon. She's more independent, and
Hmm.
I'm, you know, I'm finally at the stage in teaching where I can recycle a lot of my assignments. And so I'm almost thinking I have this spare time. I've been using all my spare time to do puzzles.
Puzzles.
I could use that to make videos. So maybe I really love puzzles lately.
Puzzles.
Yeah,
Like jigsaw puzzles,
yeah.
or
I went
like
to a puzzle competition last week.
you won one.
I went to one. I came in second.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, how competitive are puzzle making competitions? Are people like pushing each
There's
other around and stuff? You got to
no,
keep
no,
your
no.
head up.
The reason I'm interested in, I watched started doing puzzles again because I watched a video on the World Puzzle Championships. And like the people were just so nice to each other. Like they're a bunch of nerds at like high level competitions being so completely awesome to each other and really good at puzzles. And it was the same with this was a local one, but everyone was like it was super happy to be there, and we came in second, and it was a lot of fun. So everyone, if you like puzzles, check out puzzle competitions.
I have never heard of that before. So was there a big turnout? Like, did you all meet at a hall, or how does that? I need to know more about this.
I think there were 7 teams. I mean, it's a small town, so that's kind of 7 teams of 4, and so that's.
Oh, so you're okay. So you're in a team of 4.
Yeah, we had a 500 piece puzzle, and that took us about an hour.
Okay, I'm assuming everybody has the exact same puzzle.
Yeah, so like it's wrapped up, and you say go, and everyone unwraps it really quickly, and then you cut open the box, and you go, and everyone goes crazy, and it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you like? Was there like some pretty heavy strategic planning going into this? Like, okay, you work on the corners, or did you guys go in with a game plan?
We didn't go in with a game plan, but we figured it out. We'd never done a puzzle together. I just texted a friend who liked puzzles, and she found a friend, and I found a friend, and we got a hodgepodge group of misfits together, and we did it.
That's awesome. That sounds like fun. Although I would suck at it. I would be horrible.
Oh, but it's not about being horrible. It's about having fun.
I'd be horrible. Horrible. With this eyesight, I'd be horrible. Very horrible. Horrible.
Well, what have you been up to? I've not been watching any of the YouTubes lately.
Yeah, what have I been up to lately? Well, I'm trying to do this weekly show where I bring on people and talk to them for a little while. Been having a lot of fun with that, and other than that, I've been, pretty much just doing some gaming videos on the old PlayStation, and haven't been able to get out into the bush much anymore. I don't got a truck or anything like that, so it's the whole outdoor thing is not really happening right now. It's tough, and it's hard too because I'm getting older. It's not as easy to go out there and do like one night or something and come back, and it's like I'm crippled for 3 days because my knees are shot and my it's not quite as easy as it used to be. So yeah, just doing this, getting to know people a little better than and reaching out to people that I've never met before and people that I've met before like yourself, and just having fun, just trying to have fun, trying to keep my my head moving and my mouth moving and just having fun. My thumbs moving.
Fun is good.
My fun moving.
I like fun. I do fun sometimes. I do puzzles.
There you go. I got an idea. I got a new segment on my show. It's called
puzzling.
No, not really. It's called Unclog Your Brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this clog here with my toys in it. I'll get the toys out of there. Get out of there, bird. Okay, and inside this clog, there's like there's a whole bunch of these pieces of paper. See all these pieces of paper?
Yeah.
Okay, and on these pieces of paper, there's 2 words that they don't necessarily have anything to do with each other. And anyways, what we do is we pull one out of the clog, and we read it. And the key is, or the object is for these 2 words to jog a memory, a thought, anything at all that pops into your head from these 2 words or 1 word. Like I said, you don't need to use them both. You can just use one. You can use them both, either or. It's just to unclog your brain, get to know Carley kind of thing. You want to play?
Yeah.
You want to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, shit, they're falling out. Trying not to swear as much. Okay. How's that one? Does that one look good? That one? You like that one?
No, the other one.
Oh, the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
You're the first person who's ever said that. How's that one? That one look good?
Okay.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Happy? You're happy with that
That's
one?
a great one.
Okay, I want you to be happy.
Might have been the same one again, but oh well.
Want you to be happy. Okay. 2 words. They are, like I said, they're not necessarily have anything to do with each other. Oh, wrong thing. Magic / games. Magic/games.
The first thing that comes to mind is Magic the Gathering, which I know nothing about, except for one thing that I listened to in a podcast called Lateral. I don't know if anyone's watches that. But they ask questions that involve lateral thinking, those kind of riddle questions. And somewhere involved in it was apparently there's like a misprint on the very first printing of Magic the Gathering cards, and this is like I think it's pretty early on, like 80s or so.
Yeah.
And because it's like it kind of is a perpetual game, right? They print more and more and more. That same misprint has to be on every single one from like now to forever because they can never change it.
Huh. Would you any idea what the misprint is, or is it like a?
It's like a E. There's like a slash to the E.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's not like something really super drastic.
No,
Doesn't
it's not. It's nothing that fun.
change the game. I've never played Magic, but yeah, that game's been around for a long time.
Been around for a long time. Unfortunately, I didn't get any dirty details of my. I am way better at thinking of random facts and random memories.
Hey, well, that's all this was about. This was just about sparking something somewhere, or something somehow.
And I have a class of grade 6 and 7s for American. Well, that's 6th and 7th grade for American viewers. So they're very good at knowing that I get sidetracked very easily. So they will take any opportunity they can to derail me, but those are the best conversations we have. I like to think that's when they learn, but maybe it's just when they're the best at derailing me.
6 years. My youngest daughter's in grade 6 right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking because Kaylin's got to be done school soon, isn't it?
Oh gosh, she's way done. She's like turning 21 here pretty soon.
What?
Oh yeah. she's a young adult.
Yeah. Wow. Because when I saw you last, you were like, she's in high school now.
Yeah. When was that? When did we meet?
That was high school.
I should have went back and looked at that YouTube video. That was.
It would have been 2019. No, 2018.
2018, I think. Yeah, you're right.
2019, I spent my whole summer throwing up.
Was that a rough one for you?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
The first part was, and then the rest was fine.
So don't let that deter you from trying and having another one.
Oh no, we're a one and done type.
One and done,
Yeah.
It's never too late. Well, I guess it is sometimes too late.
Well, we ended up with a really good one on the first, so we decided to kind of quit when we were ahead.
Mountain girl, there you go. Mountain girl. Mountain girl.
Mountain girl.
Mountain girl.
Yeah.
Jesus, you got content coming everywhere.
Yeah, well, we're trying to not have her, like, I think we decided, we were thinking I was probably going to still do some more videos. We're trying to avoid having her on screen too much, just, maybe when she's older, wants to.
And wants to, yeah.
She wants to be on the camera every chance she can.
Of course. She's your mother's daughter.
Growing up in a world where, like, you can just look at the picture that you just took and not have to wait till you finish the roll of film and then take the London drugs and then wait to get processed and then
dating ourselves here.
And then you realize that your eyes were closed and every single one of them, or you got that weird goofy look on your face.
And a little black film container.
Yeah.
Little black film container. It's the good old days, kind of. Yeah, it's exciting. Just go get your pictures. You look through them for I know exactly what you're talking. It's like, oh, they all suck except for this one's okay.
Yeah,
I got some of those old school pictures on my wall. Can't really see them, but so
I got a butterfly in my ceiling. Since look at that. The house came with a butterfly on the ceiling.
Nice.
You gotta touch it up at one point. But this is the upstairs of our house. It's the room we haven't touched. Just kind of like, where are we gonna put this thing?
The stream is just catching up there. I just got to see it. Oh yeah, I know that's a great studio. See, you're ready right now. You got your own podcasting studio set up. You can start bringing guests on. You can.
I just need to paint murals all over there, especially over the drywall patch.
It almost looks like your space and my space are quite similar. We got weird corners going on.
Yeah.
We got like flat there. We got flat there.
Mm.
Interesting. Interesting. Got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was it again? Oh yeah. What's one? I better read it again because I just got. Oh yeah. Personal philosophy or motto to live by. Do you have a personal philosophy or motto that you live by that you would like to share with all of us?
It comes from my friend Raindrop, and I don't know if it came from her or someone else, but it's it all turns out great in the end, and if it's not the great, it's not the end.
Say that again.
It all turns out great in the end, and if it's not great, it's not the end.
There you go. I like that one. That's a good one.
It pulled me out of a bad place once, and so I hold on to that one.
That's a good one. I really like that one. Never heard that one before. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Raindrop.
That's a real Raindrop.
Raindrop is one of the coolest people I've met. She I think she has some partial paralysis in part of her body, but that did not stop her from building her own cordwood house and from bicycling most of the way across Canada.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's
So she when she says it, she means it.
That's inspiring. That's inspiring. Inspiring. You know what I forgot to do?
Brush your teeth.
No. Yeah, many times. I'm heading for false teeth here soon, actually. But that's a whole nother story. I forgot to give my show. I got a sponsor, and I forgot to give them. I usually give them a shout out right at the beginning of the show, but everything was all kerfluffled. So I'm going to take this moment to give a shout out to my sponsor, bestcoastdistillers.com. Canadian whiskey at its finest, made on Vancouver Island. They make this. If you like cinnamon whiskey, you like this one here. This is a really good cinnamon whiskey. Go to bestcoastdistillers.com, and if you use code MADMAN at checkout, you'll save 10% on your order. Just because you know Carley and I.
Cinnamon whiskey is an important part of camping.
I agree. That's like one of I always used to take something out there with me when I went camping. My bottle's almost empty though, and I'm gonna have to renegotiate my contract here. It looks like I got to renegotiate my contract. Best Coast Distillers. Time to renegotiate. They're making rum. They're making all kinds of stuff. They're squeezing their own sugar cane. They're doing all kinds of stuff. You should check them out. It's pretty amazing. Anyways, skull. I'm having a shot.
Got a tea.
Oh yeah, best before Monday. I was supposed to say that. That's their slogan. Best before Monday. Ooh. Nummy. Ooh. Okay, I'm better now. Remember, drink responsibly, you fools. Everybody who watches my show, you know better. Anyways, what's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life besides having a child?
A few solo trips I did when I was younger. I think probably Nepal. I went to Nepal in 2009, and it was a bit it was interesting. I landed in India because at the time we still hadn't it was somewhat near the end of their civil war, so it was very expensive to go to Kathmandu, and so I traveled a bit solo before, but just like getting out of the hotel in the morning in India after you've arrived, and it's just this crush of humanity and people and smells, and everything that came 6 months after that was a grand old adventure that I'm surprised it didn't end up in bad things, but I made it.
You made it, yeah.
I made it.
So that was just something you just wanted to do. It wasn't like you just.
Well, I decided someone when I was I think on the West Coast Trail or on some hike told me that they'd gone to Everest Base Camp, and I thought, oh yeah, that'd be cool. I want to do that. And then so I went and booked a ticket to Nepal, and then this is like the trick to traveling and doing crazy trips like this is you don't really think too hard about it. You go and buy your ticket and get your visa or whatever, and then you think about it. So after I started thinking about it, and like I read some stuff on Everest Base Camp, and I'm like, I don't actually really want to go there. There's like all this garbage there, and like apparently there's much nicer hikes in Nepal. So I did the Annapurna circuit. Um, there are even more amazing ones, but that was a good one to do solo because it's quite busy.
Oh yeah.
And then I ended up going doing Woof. Are you familiar with Woof? It changed their name. It used to be Willing Workers on Organic Farms. They've changed it to something else. And so you go and stay on farms and do work for them, and they give you food and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've done that in Australia and Canada, and so I did that in Nepal. And so I spent a couple months working on a few different farms. And I did some trekking and some kayaking and some visiting, and then I exited the country a little bit more quickly than planned because the the they were thinking about restarting the Civil War. It sounded like they didn't. It was fine. It was all good, but people were having trouble getting out of the country once in a while. So, and then I hung out in India for a while, and it was all fun. It was
And
good.
you just went solo, or you were just by yourself the entire?
Meet up with people and stuff. I didn't end up going a whole lot of like the Annapurna circuit. I kind of went to the trailhead and just started talking to people, and I stayed with like one group of people for part of the trip, and then they decided to do a side trek, and I kind of stuck with another person, and like just because everyone's so friendly, and a lot of people are traveling alone, and it's the culture of the backpackers that you just start talking with people and hanging out, and yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
Nepal. So you didn't go to Everest Base Camp then?
Not no.
No, and it's like just like a garbage dump or what? That's what it basically what.
Yeah, because they haven't like it's not really set up for all the people that come through,
Hmm.
and so I don't know, and it sounds like it's not really the best hike in Nepal in terms of like you go up and up and up, and then you're at a base camp, and then you go down and down and down. Whereas the Annapurna circuit is like more varied views and beautiful mountains, and yeah, it's just like nice the whole time.
Was that like a multi-day hike then, or?
I think it was a weekish. I don't.
Oh yeah, 7 or 8 days on the
Yeah,
hike.
yeah. I can't remember the exact details. It's like it's one of the ones that if people go trekking in Nepal, it's a good chance it's the one that they're going to do if they don't do Everest Base Camp. So,
Oh yeah,
uh,
interesting. Huh, interesting. So oh shit, popped right off the lost it off the top of my tongue there. And so in India, did you trek around in India much then, or?
yeah, we did a couple peaks. We did a couple 6,000 meter peaks or just above.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I think the hikes were more adventurous, but I was going with someone on a bigger budget, so it wasn't quite as it, it was a bit safer, perhaps. Like we had a guide for one of our hikes,
Oh yeah.
and the other one was uh, I don't know, just because you're kind of go with someone, and you have it when you have a bit of a budget, you're staying in nicer hotels and
Hmm.
taking taking cabs, or you're not quite on when you're not slumming it. Sometimes all the adventures come from the from the being a broke backpacker and not wanting to spend any money. That's where all the fun comes in. Some of the fun,
Huh.
some good stories.
Well,
And
good stories. Yeah, I can just imagine.
we did some
Huh.
really good treks in India too. It was a lot of fun there, but yeah, but
If you could go, say okay, so if you could pick any place to go on a big adventure right now, what would be your number one pick?
Mongolia.
Mongolia,
Yeah.
and what's the reason?
The horses. I'd love to do the Mongolian Derby.
Well, yeah, they got like a special horse breed over there, don't they?
And so you sign up for it, and they provide the horses. It's a lot of money, but they switch horses along the way, and it's a long way. It's like I have no idea. I read the article on it. This is a fun thing about me and my. I have to buy the ticket to Mongolia, and then I figure it out.
There you go. Yeah.
The Amazon. The Amazon has been on my list since I was in grade 3, and we studied it in school. But Mongolia has been on my list since I read an article about the Mongolian Derby. And they just stick on my list, even though they just stick on my list, even if I kind of forget about all the other things, the reasons I might have put them on my list. I'm like, Mongolia, they've got horses.
If you got a lot of experience with horses?
I grew up with them.
You did, yeah.
I don't have any anymore because they cost a lot of money and take a lot of work.
I grew up on a farm, but zero experience with horses. They scare the hell out of me, actually.
Yeah, because they're scary.
I'd get into a pig pen with 400 or 500 pigs, no problem. But one horse, forget about it.
Pigs are scary. They run up to you and stick their noses on you.
Oh yeah, they can be pretty aggressive, all right. Yeah, my dad.
By one, but my friends, they all come up to you and they're like, sniff. Oh,
yeah, they can be an adventure, all right. The pig adventure. My cousin Eric and I, when we were kids, we used to jump on their back and we'd ride the pigs.
Well, that sounds fun.
Man,
I
wish we had the cameras that we have nowadays back in those days, because some of that stuff I would sure like to relive.
Yeah.
Riding pigs down the hallway. It all started by accident. There was my brother, my cousin, and I. My brother's 6 years older than me. And my dad said, okay, you guys got to move the pigs from that pen to that pen. But there was a hallway between the pens. So we got my cousin to stand in the hallway so that the pigs wouldn't go down the hallway. Well, what happens? Of course, the pigs decide they're going to turn and go down this awkward, stupid little hallway that made no sense for them to go that way, but they did. And my cousin was standing there, scared, hands out like this, going, ah! And the pig went right underneath his legs and picked him up off the ground, and he rode down the hallway backwards on this pig. And from that day on, we were, pig rodeo. Yeah. Yikes! The good old days.
In a car, and one day I decided that sometimes we hook up to the toboggan, but then one day I decided that hey, we have some goats, and 2 goats are about the size of 1 pony, at least in circumference. And so, what if I just tied 2 goats together and put a horse's harness on them, and then hooked them up to the sled? It didn't work very well.
No.
They didn't like it.
No. I had no experience with goats either, but they look like a handful.
Yes. It probably doesn't take too much experience with goats to know that they don't want to be tied together and harnessed up.
Yeah, I think they're pretty free spirited. So you guys bought a house. Is it a pretty big chunk of property? Is there lots you can do on it?
Yep, 2.5 acres.
Oh, nice. That is nice.
Yeah, it had a few years of neglect, but at one point there was someone who did some really cool stuff with it. So I still have all that footage. I might put something together and just kind of show where it was and where it is now. It still looks like a bunch of weeds, but
2.5. Well, you just need some goats and some pigs. They'll clean that up.
Yeah.
Is it 2.5 acres of pretty usable land? Like, could you actually have some animals?
Yeah, we have chickens and ducks, and there's enough buildings that we could get some other animals.
Oh yeah.
We came through when we went to check out the back. There was this gate with all these vines growing over it. It looked like some sort of like the secret garden, or like it looked like the start of some horror movie or a kids movie. I don't know, one of the two. They can start the same. And then you go to your grade, and you can see some like little patches of things that were growing. Like there's flowers and like trellises and all that stuff. And the at spring when that was mid drought and everything kind of died back, and then it snowed. And then in the spring, when it came time to like clear things out, we found stone pathways and like all these gardens that were stone and all sorts of the garden plants that had like the edible wilds or edible plants that had gone wild. So we had, I don't know, asparagus and ramps and wild onions and parsnips. So
Nice.
like lots of fruit trees. So it was kind of it took they all need restoring and help, and a lot of the fruit trees died without getting watered for a few years.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
That's,
someone put a lot of effort into the place, and it was all buried under weeds and grass and overgrown shrubs and stuff like that.
that's one of the things I've always loved about your channel and your videos is you put a lot of. I've always admired it. You've put a lot of work. You put a lot of effort. You put a lot into your projects, your videos that you make, and I salute you for that. I mean, just that one silly video you made for me for my whatever giveaway it was 1,000,000 years ago of your claymation of Carl the Madman, the Viking, and the paper airplane, and that whole. I'm going to put a link to that video in
That
the
was one of my
description box. Actually,
that
I
was
mean that must have taken you days to make.
that is still one of my favorite ones to make though. And this is like the thing, if I get an idea, sometimes it peters out. But if I kind of let it actually come into fruition, then I like but sometimes they work out and it's a lot of fun. And that's one of those ones that I'm like doing it. I'm like, this is gonna be bigger than I planned, but this is like I would that was one of my favorite videos to make.
Oh man, I when I watched that, I mean, people were sending in, it was a silly giveaway on YouTube, blah blah blah. And when I saw yours, I was just blown away, absolutely blown away that somebody would put in that much effort, for something. I don't even remember what I was given. I don't even remember what it was, but I mean, it was unbelievable that you did that. The other thing I always loved about your channel, and I learned a lot, and I wish I had even this much of the knowledge, is the wild edibles and stuff that you do know so much about. That's one of the things I loved about your channel so as well. It's like you weren't just telling people, you can eat this. You were like cooking it and eating it in some cases right on video.
And experimenting with it.
Hmm.
I think that's part of one of the reasons I started the channel is I knew like I read the books and I knew like, oh, you can eat this. But a lot of them I hadn't actually really cooked. So for me that was a lot of the fun of like actually trying these things out on camera and then
Hmm.
often making mistakes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a very good cook.
was there like a specific wild edible or something out there that you tried and it was like surprisingly good or surprisingly horrible?
Mm, cattails when I fried them, the cattail root.
I remember that video.
Yeah.
I don't remember it well enough to remember your reaction or if it was good or bad, but I remember that video.
And I did a few on cattails. Um,
They're not so good.
well, there's nothing that I really disliked. Um, some of the bugs I could have like I made the slugs taste good, but I couldn't get over the fact that they were slugs.
Uh-huh.
They
The
tasted
slugs. I don't know if I remember that video. What slugs were you eating?
like a English garden slug.
Huh. That's not those big black ones, is it?
Yeah, not
Is it?
just black ones.
Oh, really?
I got them from my parents' garden on the coast, so they were decent size.
Yeah, we have some pretty big ones around here too, by
Mhm.
the by the hot springs, especially in the
Mhm.
summer. Really, eh? Huh. So, oh gosh, I don't, I missed that video somehow. So, how did you like boil them? What's the preparation on those
Uh,
things?
I starved them, but
Starve them, yeah.
yeah, but then some of them died, so I tried again. And then I think I read that you should feed them oats, and so I fed them oats, but the oats went moldy while I was starving them. So then
Oh
I
yeah.
started starving them, and then you boil them in vinegar to get rid of the slime, and then after that I fried them.
Oh yeah.
But you just have to cook. The big thing is to cook them really well because they carry that rat lung worm that
Uh huh.
give you meningitis. But I mean, you just have to cook them really well.
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
And I believe that like rat lungworm isn't everywhere. I think when I looked it up, they weren't living in my area, but that could change at any time.
Yeah, I don't think I would be risking that too much. I was messing around with that once too, except it was just snails. And what I did is I I flushed them with I caught them, kept them in a container, and then I flushed them with cornmeal.
Mm-hmm.
So they were eating cornmeal,
Of
and
course.
then all of a sudden you can start seeing where they're leaving the cornmeal behind them, so you know they've sort of flushed the system or whatever. And then I took away the cornmeal, and then they only got water for like I can't remember how many days it was. And then when I was feeling confident that they had been flushed of any kind of crap they might have eaten or whatever, then I cooked them. But it was a lot of work for not very much.
Yeah, because they get small.
They got real small. But with a whole bunch of garlic and some butter, they were actually not too bad. But you know,
Yeah, I breaded mine and fried them up. Did you
oh
do
yeah,
did you do that one on a video, or did you just do it for fun?
no, I did it on a video. Yeah, it's somewhere in my
I can't
archive of
find it.
thousands of videos. I'll put a link of that in the description somewhere too. That was
Who ate?
that would
Who
that would
did?
have been like probably a year before or so, or a few months or so before you and I actually met each other. I was still spending lots of time in my camper living days,
Should see who cooked gastropods the best.
eating snails. They
Yeah.
were pretty good. They were, I mean, it was okay. They tasted like garlic and butter.
They're fried. They taste like calamari, which they're related to squid, so it's not too surprising. But you batter something and deep fry it, then it's gonna taste good. Same with you cover something with butter and garlic, it's gonna taste good.
So with those English, would you say English snails? They're called
I think they've
something like that.
introduced. I think they're just like European garden snails. I think they're an introduced one that are.
Oh yeah. So did when you were prepping your snails there, what did you like dehead them or anything like that, or you just throw them in whole and give her?
I just I just throw them in. Wait, I know I did. I did gut them because they're pretty big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think. To do it. But maybe since I starved them, maybe I think I did. But then I was also like, this is ridiculous because then they became smaller and there wasn't much left in them and I'd already starved them. Well, it's been a long time.
Did you know lots about all the wild mushrooms around here too?
I know a few of them. I've never was I didn't start getting into mushrooms quite as much until fairly recently. We have a few on our property, so ID'd some of the wild ones around here.
Oh yeah.
Darn it.
I wish I knew more about those things. I know morels. I love morels. Morels are yummy.
Yeah.
But no, mushrooms scare the hell out of me. But a morel is a pretty easy one to identify, so I'm not too worried about that one.
Yeah, I started to get more comfortable. You get to know the poisonous ones really well, and then it starts getting a bit easy to be more comfortable. I think so.
I guess that's probably a good way to learn it, eh? Is to learn the bad ones first.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. I've
and
got
then
to.
if you have a book that says, especially if it has like warnings might be mistaken with this, if you read one that says might if there's nothing that it might be mistaken with this poisonous, that's it. Like, I don't know. I definitely feel more comfortable, but it's taken me a while. And I think I just you grow up, don't eat mushrooms, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I grew up learning how to eat some plants. Like they weren't big. Like my parents weren't huge plant identifiers, but it was all like stay far away from mushrooms, and so that messaging kind of carried with me.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
with most, that's probably why I'm scared shitless of them myself.
yeah,
Were your folks quite outdoorsy?
yeah,
Yeah, they were pretty outdoorsy. Yeah, you did spent a lot of time outdoors camping and whatnot as a kid.
yeah. And you?
Me, yeah, some, but not a lot. I grew up on a farm, so my dad was working 365 days a year. But
Yeah.
we got out for the odd little adventure here and there when I was a kid. But
Well, when you have a farm, I mean that your life is often the outdoor adventure.
yeah, it was good. It was just outside of Drumheller,
Oh yeah.
um, and on our property right beside our house was this big coulee, and it was great, man. It was great. It was the best place in the world to grow up. It was like an adventure world. It was spectacular. You've been to Drumheller, I'm assuming.
I have, yes.
Driving along, and then all of a sudden you fall into this big hole. You been to the dinosaur museum there then too?
Yeah.
When? How recently? Long time ago?
No, we went not long before my daughter was born.
Oh, so you've been there fairly recently.
Yeah. Went there
When
just
I left Drumheller, I think it was like 1 or 2 years old. It was still pretty much brand new, and I've heard that it's changed a hell of a lot since my days of being there. But
yeah,
I would love to go
certainly bigger.
check it out. We used to find petrified wood and stuff all over the place. My older brother found some fossils and stuff. Apparently, I never seen them, but he's quite a bit older than me, that brother. So
Uh-oh. My phone is making a dying sound. I need to go get it.
okay, yeah, I tend to do that to people. Hey, Joseph Broseph Russell's here.
Oh, hey! I know that guy.
Yeah, Carolina Chris Outdoors was super excited to have you hear that you were coming on the show as well. He's another one.
Yeah.
Dan Orsico. Okay, well, if your phone's dying, Carley, I want to thank you very much. But take this time right now. If there's anybody you want to say a shout out to or thank or anything at all, take this time. This is your time.
Thank you for having me on the show. There's Carolina Chris right there.
Hey, there you go. Speak of the devil. I mean, speak of our friendly South Carolinian.
Yes, I need to go. I need to start by just watching all the channels that I like. I haven't been doing like watching any videos or making any videos and stuff. I think just for me, I just need to start watching them again, and that'll get me going and editing something and planning something.
Getting the juices flowing. What kind of phone are you using?
Uh,
iPhone?
yeah, 10.
iPhone 10? Okay. Well, that's what I've been using for years is iPhones. There's some really good editing software or apps and stuff that, if you're ever looking for one, I got a few. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show, Carley. This was great. And yeah, I can't thank you enough.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. It's been good. It's like it's gotten the I want to be on YouTube again. Juices going.
Well, as soon as that happens, I'll be watching and sharing them just like I always have. I got to go find that slug video though. I missed that one somewhere.
Yeah, I've got to find your snail video.
mine,
Get
mine will be.
culinary ideas.
I got so much crap on my channel. It'll be a big one. Culinary ideas, yeah.
I did
Okay.
I did watch you eat ants. We both ate ants, so.
Me eating ants?
Yeah, and your survival on the
Yeah,
list.
that was on my old YouTube channel. I don't have. They have my 7 days of survival adventure. I would actually love to do that again, but I don't have those videos anymore. That was on an old YouTube channel that ended up getting deleted and whatever. But yeah, they weren't very good.
Mm.
No, but I think it might have been the chocolate that I used.
Get the right kind that tastes lemony.
Lemony, see, mine just tasted like really bitter dark chocolate because that's all I had. So they were like just really bitter dark chocolate with like crunchy things in them.
Oh.
When you were looking at it, there'd be like little ant heads sticking out of it and whatnot. Okay, Carley.
Okay.
Take care of yourself. If there's ever anything you want to promote or something's coming up and you're excited, whatever, reach out to me and we can do this again if you like, and whatever.
Yeah, and if you ever head out this way or I head out your way, we can try to do another real person meetup.
There you go. That would be fun. Yeah. If everything works out, I would love to do that again as well.
We're just a lake away.
That's right. Yeah. You can meet the mountain girl in person. All right, Carley. Take care of yourself.
Okay, bye.
See you later. Thank you very much. All right, everybody. That was Carley from Nerding for Nature. Go check out her YouTube channel. She's got an unbelievably amount of great, knowledgeable videos that are fun and you'll learn something. You'll learn something by watching them. You'll learn something. Oh, you got to hit the little X button, I think.
Oh, I was waiting till I was waiting. Okay.
Oh, you can
Hold
wait
on.
too.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure.
No, I'll go.
You'll
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make at least one video this year, I promise. And if I don't, then you can.
If I don't see one video in the year 2025, we're all coming after you. Broseph Russell, Carolina Chris, everybody who watched, we're all going to come after you. Where's our video? Where's our video? We're going to start hassling you. We'll be hounding you.
It's gonna happen. This is the year I will return. Okay. Bye.
Take care. All right. All right, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We're going to wrap up this show and call her an evening. And, take care of yourselves. Be nice. Be friendly. Have fun. And, hey, there's Caitlin. Guess what, Caitlin? It's empty. It's empty. Oh, it's empty.
They can't even see me.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a delay. I'm sure they've seen. I just had Carley on from Nerding for Nature, and she's like, "He's Caitlin," because we've been friends on YouTube for like 8 or 10 years, kind of deal. She's like, "Caitlin must be graduating pretty soon, or in high school," and I was like, "Oh no, she's like going to be 21 pretty soon. She's like way done." She's like, "Holy moly, time flies." Yeah. Okay.
Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. Attention all units, this is Sergeant Stadenko. We are changing from a code 3 direct pursuit to a code 347. Completely lost due to incompetence.